Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. Can you believe it? It's the month of Moriko. Holy. You absolutely love to see it. Maybe we could get, like, I don't want to, like, bring up the discourse again, but maybe we could get Yumiko in on this? I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to bring up the discourse TM again. But, we'll just play it safe for now. We'll just play it safe for now. I probably should have done all perks, because I feel like we should probably do a lot of all perks runs, just because we're going to be playing Moriko a lot. I guess that delays Yashiro's legendary return by... Does Discord not do streamer mode anymore? Oh my goodness, that was my Discord, don't worry about it. I can't believe Discord doesn't do streamer mode anymore, can you believe it? Knight Errant Moriko, huh? It's time to lock and load. It's groovy gaming time. Alright, so what are we gonna do here? Well, you see, it's as shrimple as that. It's as shrimple as that. It's look who it is. It's look who it is. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to hit this funny little button, and don't worry, the world of horse race tests will resume at some point. I haven't fully, like, gotten back in the swing of things yet, but I mean, it's really nice, you know, having done the move, relaxing, getting things gradually unpacked, probably not as fast as I should, you know, we'll just get the most expensive one, that's alright. Just so that we don't get, like, disemboweled from failing a dexterity check, you know. Now, my sanity may be hitting the dumpster. And that's okay. Our sanity can hit the dumpster as a treat. Just as, like, a little treat. And you already know that one bite won't hurt. Now, back-to-back doomed locations, huh? That's pretty not great, chat. But I didn't get the handcuffs the first time we were in there because I knew we'd be coming back for seconds. There's a lot of games that have come out recently that I really want to play, and the thing is, I'm starting to get the energy to do that again. And here's the thing, if I never do these things, that doesn't negatively affect you in any way because there's, like, a lack of content or whatever from these games that I theoretically want to play. No, these are games that I want to play solo, these are games that I want to play with friends privately. And I just haven't really gotten around to doing them in a while. Haven't really gotten around to playing these games. Haven't really gotten around to buying these games, but I'm feeling next month is gonna be Peem, chat. It's gonna be Peem. It's gonna go crazy. But for now, I mean, let her sleep, because, I mean, we're already at, like, a doomed threat level for the hospital, so I guess that's one of the cool things that can happen. Is you can get a, whatchamacallit. You can actually get a pretty good thing going if the hospital's doomed, because you can lower its threat level pretty reliably, which you can't do on any other location, which is pretty neat. So you can hit it with the 1-2 police station sleeping combo, and, you can cook them. You can cook the threat level, and so now only the village is doomed. Isn't that right, dog? She's sad because there's no little chair for her to sit on anymore because the chair was, like, broken in half and there's no way in hell I'm bringing that chair with me. So, you know, she just has an entire bed and a cushion and the carpet on the floor. She has all three of those things. And they're all not good enough, are they? No, they're not. So you're just gonna have to hang out with me on my chair, yep. Yeppers. She's just looking at the World of Horror screen right now. I wonder what a canine companion, what a dog, thinks of World of Horror. There's not even a Shiba Inu on the screen right now. There's not even a dog, camp dog, or attack dog on the screen. It's just Moriko, handcuffs, bottle of water, inspiring novel, and a shotgun. And we're at the pool. We're at the school pool. The school indoor pool, I would assume? The pool is empty at this hour. But, I don't know, just turn on the lights, it's fine. Nobody really cares. So, I mean, we've got our first and second enemy pretty locked in right now. Hello, hi. She's now doing this really weird thing where it's like, she's leaning on my kicked up leg, and she's leaning on my arm that is also my mouse arm. So, I mean, you know, this is a very awkward position that you're sitting on right here. Because it's like you're crushing my leg, my foot, and my arm all simultaneously, just so that you can look at the suitcase. Ay, ay, ay. And the thing is, I have to, like, move my arm off the armrest because of how she's lying down, because I don't want her to fall. So that means that I'm, like, having to suspend my arm in the air, which is kind of straining my arm. Oh, but she doesn't care. Yeah, this is a dog anecdote episode, chat. You already know it's a dog anecdote episode. So, I've been reading the comments. Thank you for the welcome back. I really appreciate it. And Hork was talking that there's no way that this is a daily episode month of Moriko, because the eyebrow arc has long since come and gone. Which is true, which is real. I have no obligation.
Well, we're terribly sorry. We've lost Emmerdale through some technical fault. We're trying to find the fault, and we will correct it as soon as we can and go back to Emmerdale as soon as we can. Until then, we'll play a little... I'm pleased to say we can rejoin Emmerdale.
There we go. Hitting you with the first new time zone Emmerdale, huh? It is what it is. It's Look Who It Is. Second enemy, Shirakawa School. I always knew the education system was the real enemy the whole time. We do a little happy feet? We do not do a little happy feet. In fact, we get badly bleeding, which is very, like, we're in hell. But, I mean, you know, sometimes that's just how it is. That's just how it works. That's just how it goes. That's just who it is. It's Look Who It Is. It's Look Who It Is. I'm leaning away from the microphone right now because my dog is crushing my right arm and my microphone's to the left. So normally I'd be leaning towards the microphone because the microphone would normally be on my right, but the microphone's on my left. So here we are. Still a little hectic, still a little crazy mode due to the move, but we're relaxing, we're having a good time. Metamorphosis coma painting footage. I mean, sure, we can do painting. One of the things that I'm up to is I think I mentioned this, but my FC is trying to get a Minecraft server, and you know, we're putting that together, we're setting that up, we're getting that together. And the thing that I haven't decided on yet is the mod pack, you know, because like that's the important part. Is it needs to be complicated, it needs to have a lot of mods, needs to have a lot of things to do, just because it's like, you know, base Minecraft, people go in there, they get there 2 weeks and then they get out, and it's like, you know, with the resources that are being invested into it, it's like you'd like to get a little bit more than 2 weeks. Now, the benefit of getting your own dedicated private game server is that, you know, it's like, you don't have to worry about... Because, like, okay, when you're going to, like, rent a, one of those VM machines or whatever, those, like, virtual machines or those, like, segmented... I don't know what they're called. But, like, the virtual environments where they dedicate, like, a certain amount of CPU cores or whatever and a certain amount of RAM, that sort of thing, and you can, like, dynamically upgrade them if you're willing to pay more money, that sort of thing is a scam, bro. I've never had that shit work out for me well in the long term. Damn, the 6 Perception Gambit, you love to see it. I've never had that shit work out for me well in the long term, because it usually works really well for the first, like, 4 or 5 months, and then it just goes to shit, you know? So, I would rather work with something within, like, I have physical hardware that I know the specifications of, and that, whatchamacallit, I can then look at the mod packs and be like, okay, these are the ones that would work really, really well with the physical hardware that I've got. Now, We don't really know yet if we're going to be doing, like, I don't know, like, we're going to be renting a dedicated server from, like, Amazon Web Services, or we're going to be renting, like, a dedicated server. Somebody's going to be running the dedicated server. We don't really have those details ironed out yet, but we're moving. We're moving lucrative, all right? So, we're moving different. We're smoking that dung beetle pack before we fade into darkness and let the archangels take us, okay? So, I don't know, it's too risky or something. Trip on a branch, who cares? But I've been looking, me and a friend have been looking at Minecraft mod packs. And the thing about Minecraft mod packs is that I don't know what makes a good mod pack, and I also don't know, and this is true, I also don't know what all these mods mean. Like, I remember Optifine, right? Like, the thing that you would download to make Minecraft run better. But now it's like spigot, faucet, fabric, cloth, quilts, forge, neoforge, paper, you know, all this, like, utter nonsense. And it's like, I don't know what the hell any of this means, bro. I remember me and the boys would play Feed the Beast Revelations, and we would just do that until the server broke. Okay? That's all that we would do. That's literally all that we would ever do. Okay? Literally, that's all that we would ever do. Okay? It's true. It's all that we would ever do. It's true. It's all that we would ever do. But, And of course, like, when you get those rented virtual servers, they give you, like, a good 3-4 months, and then after that, they just cut you off. They're like, no, you've had enough, and then they, like, start throttling your server, and it's really, really annoying. And then you can pay for an upgrade, and then they still throttle you, and it's like, ugh. Very, very mildly annoying. And it's also, like, it's a lot of money, man. Like, I remember in the heyday, back when we had the most complicated version of our server running, and we had the most people playing on it, we were spending... It was divided between everybody who was playing on it, so it wasn't that bad individually. But it was $45 a month, bro. And so it's like, would you rather run one of these servers for, like, a year or 2 years, or would you rather just buy a dedicated server machine that you can then use for anything you could ever want forever? You know what I mean? With the only price being you have to buy it and then you have to set it up, right? With one of these things, it's like, you know, you have to just rent it, and then, you know... I think if you're doing something on the short term, renting it's, like, completely fine, because it's like, you know, they're gonna give you, like, a good 2 months, because, you know, they're only expecting you to really play on the server for 2 months, and then they're expecting you to, like, die off, right? But if you see, like, the biggest Minecraft servers, the biggest ones, they're all running on their own dedicated machinery. Never renting from one of these Minecraft server hosters. Not at all. They might be sponsored by the Minecraft server hosters, but they're never running on it. And that's the truth, chat. That's the real truth that you can rely on. I don't know why I said it like that. It's very weird. But, you know, we haven't been getting a lot of badly bleeding procs. So, like, part of me is just like, let's ignore it, but also let's not. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of bad karma. Now, it's going to be Hasty Aid, and then we're going to, like, get hit again, and it's going to be something worse, and then we're going to wish that we never did it, but, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, we're still working out the exact details, so, you know, we'll figure it out. But one of the things that I've been thinking about with mod pack, with relating to mod packs, is that some of the stuff that I might be interested in, like, I like that, what is it called? The exosphere stuff that I've been doing a little bit. I need to actually record more of that because I've been wanting to play it some more. Like, I really like that, but at the same time, I understand why, like, it's a very niche way to play Minecraft, and a lot of people might not like it. You know what I mean? So, what I'm trying to figure out is, like, is it worth it? Because there's a lot of people who will do, like custom Minecraft mod packs on like Fiverr and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out maybe it's worth it to be able to hit one of those guys up, because I can tell them. Because here's the thing: there's 80 million Minecraft mods, and there's also a really, 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 really annoying complication to it that is so annoying, man. It really is, like, super... Yeah, sure, we'll do it like this. I'm sure you'll make good use of... We got protected carvings. Also, when the hell did we get Book of Gore? We have memory extract? Oh, I got coughing blood. We're gonna die. Okay, fair enough. But, so here's the thing, right? I could tell someone in detail what kind of Minecraft mod pack that I want. And I'll do it right now. Why not? Because maybe in the... Whoa! The dog is shifting her spot on the chair, and now this is significantly worse. But you know what? If this is how you want to lie down, that's fine. She's crushing... Okay, no, you can't lie down like this because you are, like, putting pressure on your windpipe, and also you're crushing my headphone cord, which is definitely worse. That's sarcasm. But she was, like, putting so much pressure on her neck, and it's like, why would you do that? She was, like, lying with her head off of the chair, and her neck was on the armrest. But she was putting all of her weight on the armrest. And it's like, don't do that. You almost fell off, you silly dog. But now she's just leaning up against... Like, I have my... I'm kind of sitting like... Oh god, I really don't want to say an anime character. But, like, you know the thing where you sit, like, with your knees up to the desk? Like, your knees are touching the desk? She's leaning on my knee right now. That's what she's doing. Now she's back to the armrest. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Just lean against the knees. There you go. See, that's way better. Because you can just lean there and not fall off. Perfect. Okay. She's also blocking my microphone right now, so I can't actually see my microphone. But whatever. It's fine. So it's like, here's how Minecraft modding, at least to my vague, uninitiated, ignorant understanding is, right? There's a bunch of different clients. So there's Forge, NeoForge, Fabric, whatever, right? There's a bunch of different kinds of Minecraft modding clients. They all have different mods. Then there's different versions of Minecraft itself, okay? So there's different versions of Minecraft. And then there are three, like, popular versions of Minecraft mods. One of them is, like, really old, one of them's relatively new, and one of them's really new. But the really new one barely has any mods, and the mods that it does have are specially designed for it and the new features. The sort of, like, middle-of-the-ground one that's a little bit older, that one has a lot of mods, but not as many as the, like, really old version of Minecraft, which is, like, the modding version. But the middle-of-the-ground one is, like, the second big modding version that everybody's pushing for. So, you have, like, a bunch of different modding clients that all have their own different specifications, mod designs. Like, there are mods for Forge, there are mods for NeoForge, there are mods for Fabric, whatever, right? And then there's different versions of Minecraft as well, which all have their own mods in that restrictive subsection. So they're getting crazy with it. It's just completely like, unless you spend a lot of time in this ecosystem, there's no way in hell you're ever gonna, like, actually be able to navigate this stuff. Oh, crap, I wasn't paying attention. We could have handcuffs. But you know what? That's fine. We'll just take 1 damage and be alright with that. So, I'm looking at this, and I'm like, this is indecipherable nonsense, right? Like, this is dumb. Like, there's no way that anybody can reasonably decipher this unless this is, like, your job or you spend a lot of time doing this. Because it's, like, 3 different main versions of Minecraft modding, like, 3 or 4 different modding clients that all have their own, like, features, core mods, You know, and whenever you're looking at a mod on one of the modding platforms, it's like there are so many different versions of mods that are like, this mod works with these ones, this is a recreation of this mod, or this is an official branch of this mod that works with this. And it's like, I tried to set up my own Minecraft mod pack, but there were like 4 or 5 different mods that I wanted to use that were all for different like modding clients and modded versions of the game, and it's like, I give up, you know? I need to do like a pre-made mod pack by somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about. But the problem with that, chat, is maybe we just shoot you. You're 15 health exactly, and you're kind of a son of a bitch, so go ahead and die. Plush toy in the middle of the woods. Get out of here. That's fine. We don't need healing. We don't need perception. That's okay. I mean, I would like some perception if you don't mind. And we're healing stamina here for the sole purpose of, like, I don't think we can reasonably use, without losing the run, Book of Gore, because Coughing Blood, excuse me, I completely forgot what it was called. Coughing Blood is in the injury rotation, so that means we're gonna see it like 10 times this run. So it's like, yeah, you know, gotta be careful of that. I mean, we're just gonna go Medusa Metamorphosis, pop the Inspiring Novel, and then go get the Coughing Blood cured like right now. Which is why, by the way, I totally didn't sell the handcuffs, because I was waiting for this. I knew this was gonna be bad. Hasty aid, huh? Huh? Oh, no. So I think getting a mod pack makes the most sense. And I also think that it might be, you know, we don't have any charisma, bro. It might be worthwhile to hire somebody to make a mod pack, because I can describe exactly what kind of mod pack I want right now, okay? The mod pack that I want is one that is technology theming agnostic, okay? So I don't care if the mods are like steampunk, cyberpunk, sci-fi, whatever, right? The themes and graphics and style of the mod pack can be whatever. You can have steampunk mods, you can have cyberpunk mods, it can be any technology level that the mods want to dedicate themselves to. But I don't really care about, like, technological progression of, like, you start out in the Stone Age and then you work your way up to the Sci-Fi Age. I'm not into necessarily that. I'm just saying, like, you can add any mod that fits into the description of what I say if it works with the general theme that I care about, which is not an aesthetic theme, okay? And I actually think having a variety of aesthetics would work perfectly, because specifically, yeah, sure, we'll do a little bit of this. Because specifically, you know, this is going to be like a 20 to 30 person server where everybody's going to be able to, like, you know, there's going to be a lot of different tastes, there's going to be a lot of different kinds of players. So maybe having a variety of, like, decorative or themed technology levels where you could decorate, you could build like a city, you could build a town, you could build like a cyberpunk thing, whatever you want to do, right? So I'm not really worried about, like, it has to be a consistent, like, steampunk theme or anything like that. I don't really care. It can visually look however it's going to look, and it does not have to have a consistent, like, technological theme. But what I want is sort of a focus on exploration, biomes, dimensions, and the ability to, the fantasy, to travel around, explore, see the world, and find a really cool place, and then build your base in that really cool place. And, like, there's interesting things to find, right? Like, there, like, boss battles, dangerous biomes that have really good stuff in them, like relics, like things that are worthwhile to find and are fun to find, and things to do out in the world to encourage you to explore so that you can get new things that you can build with, you know? But I'm not looking for something that is like an overall RPG system, you know? Like, if any of the mods had that sort of thing, that would be fine, but, like, you know, it's not something that I'm, like, explicitly looking for. And, like, quests, I don't know how I feel about quests. Maybe I'm, like, a boomer or whatever, but I kind of like the idea of just kind of exploring it. 95%, whatever, yeah, 96%. Certified Moriko Classic, by the way. But, you know, like, what I'm more interested in is just sort of, like, a variety all-comers pack that has a few specific things. And what are those specific things that I want? I want functional builds, essentially. I want to be able to make, like, a tree farm. I want to be able to make, like, a... I want to be able to make, like, a farm. I want to make a village with villagers that do things that matter. And I want it to actually have to be a real village that's not just the villagers in jail who are all max level next to the pedestal. Nah. I want to build out, like, actual things that do things, you know? And it could be, like... I mean, I guess I could just pick, like, a random example, right? Like, I want to be able to make, like, an automated farm that doesn't necessarily make food. An example would be, in Feed the Beast Revelations, I made an automated canola farm that generated electricity. And I gave that electricity to my friends via a electricity network. And we had to build, like, a electricity transfer network before we got Ender IO to just, like, transfer it to different dimensions and stuff. That was really cool. That was really interesting. So something like that, where it's, like, there's different things for different people to do, and it's very, like, wide and broad, in the sense of, like, somebody wants to be a magic user, there's a magic mod. Somebody wants to do technology, there's a technology mod. That sort of thing. With an overall, like, there's so many things that you can find that people are going to have different experiences and how they, like, interact with the game and their characters, you know? So, like, I'm rolling up to the squad, like, we're going into the Twilight Forest or something, alright? We're gonna fight a boss in the Twilight Forest. I'm rolling up with, a special suit of armor that's, like, mechanized, and it lets me, like, fly for a little bit, and it gives me a lot of durability, but it requires me to use special items to power it. You know, somebody else is rocking up to the Twilight Forest as a wizard who can cast magic, somebody else is rocking up to the Twilight Forest with, you know, like an omni weapon tool that can attack really, really fast and also mine the environment. You know, just something like that. Not necessarily, like, it doesn't really have to be themed, but I saw there was a train mod where you could build, like, a train that works. That would be cool. Like a boat mod, a train mod, like transportation mods would be really cool, where you have, like, vehicles that do things. I did see a mod that was, like, build, like, realistic fighter jets with missiles. I don't know, that would be fun, for sure. I don't know how compatible that is with other things, though. But something like that would be fun, right? Like a vehicle mod, like functional vehicles, functional builds, exploration, and adventure. You know, lots of dimensions, lots of biomes, and that sort of thing, you know? Just a very broad, wide, focused pack that throws everything at the wall and sees what sticks. I think that's a little, like, how do I put it? It's an 80% chance. Moriko will be fine. It's a little vague and up to the user's imagination, I guess. But, like, I don't really know how to... Like, if I knew the mods that I wanted, outside of just, like, oh, functional vehicles and functional builds would be cool, then I would be able to make the mod pack myself, you know? So there's a bit of, like, you're paying for somebody to work with you here, like, they know what's realistic and what's not, and then you can refine it from there. Because I would definitely like something that is, you know, that's an adventure with functional building. Because that's one of the biggest problems that I have with vanilla Minecraft, is, like, you kind of just build things because they look cool. You know what I mean? One of the reasons why I really liked Feed the Beast Revelations is it got to the point... I should have taken 2 points into Dexterity so I could actually use Book of Gore safely. But, it was like, we started and we spawned right next to a village, so we commandeered that village for our purposes, right? And then what we ended up doing was, it's like, okay, we need a farm. So we built an automated farm. And it's like, okay, we need a, we started dabbling in our own various things. So I started dabbling in technology mods. My friends started dabbling in, like, magic mods. And we started gradually working on our own things. And it's like, okay, this is what we've got here. This is what we've got here. And it's like, okay, we're starting to get into the mods that require electricity. So I'm going to build a canola power plant. And so then I gradually start building that out. And my friends start going into, like, their mods really seriously. And then they're like, oh, we need electricity, or we need this specific kind of power. And I'm like, well, with my canola power plant, I can convert the kind of energy that I'm making into the kind of energy that you need. Or we could set this up to where it automatically converts the energy to whatever energy you need. And so, I gradually started building up that canola power plant. We needed a tree farm. I made a tree farm. We needed like a mining thing, so we went to the mining dimension and set up an auto miner. And then we just started building out. And as it got more and more elaborate, as it got more and more hectic and crazy, I'll take the damage. Sure, why not? We'll take the freaking high threat. I mean, Book of Gore for free? That's not free. What are you talking about? That's not free. I mean, we definitely wanted to cure injuries here, but it's like, we're kind of on, like, death's freaking door right now, right? Well, here we go. It's relatively fine, I think. Cut arm sinew doesn't affect the severing, so that's pretty good. Oh, hell yeah, corpse dust? Who needs luck? Nobody needs luck. It's not like every part of this game is RNG focused, right? So, about 83% Doom. That's kind of unfortunate. But we have, like, Book of Gore, Oh, we were playing on Knight Errant! That's why we have so much Doom. I was so confused. Well, it's Book of Gore gambling time. I hope you're ready. We don't have curse signs, right? Because that's like a guaranteed loss. I saw that boss symbol. I saw that boss symbol, bro. Come on. Let's go gambling! Ugh, torn muscle, huh? So, with Shiikawa School, and then whatever second mystery we did. I'm sure I'll remember it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it! Let's go gambling! Wait, hold on. We don't have to actually go gambling. Hold on. I don't want to go gambling if we can help it. I mean, it doesn't really matter, so just peep me like that. The less we go gambling, the better. So, this is gonna do 8, then -2, so it's doing 6. So keep that in mind. This is not enough. Actually, is this even gonna... So this is gonna do, because of the power attack, it's gonna do 10. Actually, hold on, that works. Hell yeah, look at that. That worked perfectly. Let's go gambling! Hangover? Oh, jeez. Well, we did it. And now my dog's getting a little bit restless, so this is the absolute perfect time to end the video. But yeah, it's like... I think that, like... Minecraft mod packs are chaotic. Modding is crazy. And I think... Oh, my dog just hit a random... How long is the school... Oh, no. How long has this been on the screen? Has that been on the screen the whole video? Sorry, one monitor diff. Don't worry about it. One monitor diff? Don't worry about it. I think that, whatchamacallit? The thing about it is, like... It would also be pretty nice because I could specify like a maximum system requirements thing where it's like, hey, you gotta follow the min requirements for Final Fantasy XIV so that everybody in my FC can play it, you know? That sort of thing. But I feel like, you know, having somebody who knows what they're doing and talking about, who's done this before, even if you're having to pay them a little bit, I feel like that's probably for the best still. Where, you know what I mean? Like, it makes sense to me anyways. Anyways, I gotta end this video. My dog's getting a little restless. I also should go eat something. So anyways, have a good one. Stay safe out there. Bye!